nomination 24th April. Phase 3, date of scrutiny 5th April. Last date for withdrawal of candidature 8th April. Date of counting 23rd May. Date of counting. Date of poll 23rd April. Phase 4. 23rd April. 23rd April. Is it clear now? Phase 4. Date of issue of notification 2nd April. In fact, the most important are 2 dates that I can give you instead of giving you 7 dates. The date of poll 29th April. And date of counting same. Phase 5. Date of issue of gazette notification 10th April. Date of poll 6th May. Phase 6. Date of issue of gazette notification 16th April. Date of poll 12th May. Phase 7. Date of issue of gazette notification 22nd April. Date of poll 19th May. And all, sorry, I will repeat the date of poll. First phase 11th April. Second phase 18th April. Third phase 23rd April. Fourth phase 29th April. Fifth phase 6th May. Sixth phase 12th May. Phase 7 19th May. Am I clear now? And all countings without, no need to say, but I am repeating, 23rd May. Now the Lok Sabha state-wise details if you want, or otherwise I will just tell you that in phase 1 there are total 543 constituencies, as you are all aware. Phase 1 is 91. In 20 states. Phase 1 is 91 in 20 states. Phase 2 is 97 in 13 states. Phase 3 is, phase 1 is 91 constituencies in 20 states. Is it clear? Phase 2 is 97 constituencies in 13 states. Is it clear? Phase 3 is 115 constituencies in 14 states. When I say states here, it also means states and UTs. Phase 4 is 71 constituencies in 9 states. Now, 71 constituencies in 9 states. Phase 5 is 51 constituencies in 7 states. Phase 6 is 59 constituencies in 7 states. Phase 7 is 59 constituencies in 8 states. You want me to read it out once more? Phase 1, 91 constituencies, 20 states. Phase 2, 97 constituencies, 13 states. Phase 3, 115 constituencies, 14 states. Phase 4, 71 constituencies, 9 states. Phase 5, 51 constituencies, 7 states. Phase 6, 59 constituencies, 7 states. And Phase 7, 59 constituencies, 8 states. The notification, the formal notification of by-elections, all the seats, etc., is being made separately today itself. Jammu Kashmir. States going in single phase. Andhra, Arunachal. Before now reading further, it must be clear that they will be overlapping. Same state would be named maybe in 2 phases or 3 phases. But still I am reading, I start reading now. States going in single phase: Andhra, Arunachal, Goa, Gujarat. Andhra, Arunachal, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Punjab, Sikkim, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, I said Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, Andaman Nicobar, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, all right. You have waited for so long, I'll repeat. Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttarakhand, or you want me to repeat from the beginning? Andaman Nicobar, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Lakshadweep, Delhi, Pondicherry, Chandigarh. In all 22 states going in single phase. States undergoing 2 phases: Karnataka, Manipur, Rajasthan, Tripura. States undergoing 3 phases: Assam, Chhattisgarh. States undergoing 4 phases: Jharkhand. 3rd phase, Assam, Chhattisgarh. 3 phases. 4 phases: Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha. Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha. 5 phases: Jammu Kashmir. 6th phase, no state. 7th phase, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. And now I'll read out once more. First phase, 22 states and UTs. Second phase, 4 states and UTs. 2 phases, 4 states. 3 phases, 2 states. 4 phases, 4 states. 5 phases, 1 state. 7th phase, 3 states. You see, the issue also is that there has to be ensured the movement of the CPFs from one place to the other, and they go by trains, etc., and then they require some time for initial settling down, which is how all this has been done.
Now
Jammu Kashmir.
No, before that, sir, each state and which are the states and the date of polling.
So we have it.
No, please.
Sorry?
Please read the dates.
Sir.
It's being sent to you now.
No, what are the
copy? Just
seven,
now.
sir, 7 phases states?
That's the most important basic information.
Nobody knows.
Like Andhra is going to on which date?
Phase 1, Andhra, all the 25 seats. Phase 1, 11th April. It has been said 4 or 5 times, I'll say it again. 11th April, 25. Now I'll read state-wise, please. Andhra, first, now I'm reading phase 1, right? 11th April. Andhra, 25. Arunachal, 2. Assam, 5. Bihar, 4. Andhra, 25. Arunachal, 2. Assam 5, Bihar 4, Chhattisgarh 1, Jammu Kashmir 2, Maharashtra 7, Manipur 1, Meghalaya 2, Mizoram 1, Nagaland 1, Odisha 4, Sikkim 1, Telangana 17, Tripura 1, Uttar Pradesh 8, Uttarakhand 5, West Bengal 2, Andaman Nicobar 1, Lakshadweep 1, total 91. Am I clear now? Phase 2, Assam 5. As said earlier, phase 2 starts from 18th April. Assam 5, Bihar 5, Chhattisgarh 3, Jammu Kashmir 2, Karnataka 14, 1-4, Maharashtra 10, Manipur 1, Odisha 5, Tamil Nadu 39, Tripura 1, Uttar Pradesh 8, West Bengal 3, Puducherry 1, total 97. Phase 3, starting from 23rd April, Assam 4, Bihar 5, Chhattisgarh 7, Gujarat 26, Goa 2, Jammu Kashmir 1, Karnataka 14, Kerala 20, Maharashtra 14, Odisha 6, UP Uttar Pradesh 10, West Bengal 5, Dadra and Nagar Haveli 1, Daman and Diu 1, total 115 spanning 14 states and UTs. Phase 4 starting 29th April. Bihar 5, Jammu Kashmir 1, Jharkhand 3, Madhya Pradesh 6, Maharashtra 17, Odisha 6, Rajasthan 13, Uttar Pradesh 13, West Bengal 8. 5 was phase 3. 71 across 9 states. Phase 6. Phase 5, Bihar 6th May, Bihar 5, Jammu Kashmir 2, Jharkhand 4, Madhya Pradesh 7, Rajasthan 12, Uttar Pradesh 14, West Bengal 7, total 51. Phase 6 starting 12th May. Bihar 8, Haryana 10, Jharkhand 4, Madhya Pradesh 8, Uttar Pradesh 14, West Bengal 8, National Capital Territory of Delhi 7, Phase 7 starting 19th May. Total Phase 6 59. Phase 7 starting 19th May. Chhattisgarh 8. Bihar 8. Not Chhattisgarh, Bihar, I stand corrected. Jharkhand 3. Madhya Pradesh 8. Rajasthan 13. Punjab 13, not Rajasthan. Rajasthan is over already. Punjab 13. West Bengal 9. Chandigarh 1. And UP 13. Himachal 4. Total 59. This is the states.
Sir, what about the
Sorry?
Sir?
Assembly separately notification being issued.
Sir, what about the Tamil Nadu states? 21 assembly seats are lying vacant. Do you have any decision has been taken?
Decision has been taken and is being announced to the media.
We'll take the questions. Let's finish first.
When we issue you the soft copy, in that each constituency will also be mentioned. Okay. Jammu Kashmir. After holding elections in Jammu Kashmir, the Commission has been continuously assessing the prevailing situation in the state, requirement of central forces and other logistics for elections, requirement of the security for the candidates, and preparedness of the state for the election on key factors, including the recent developments. The Commission had conducted several rounds of review meetings with state administration of Jammu Kashmir, with MHA, including Home Secretary and his team. State government of Jammu Kashmir and the Union Home Ministry had sent detailed and specific inputs to the Commission regarding holding elections in the state. In fact, we had sought the comments from the MHA quite early to assess the situation and level of preparedness. Commission had recently visited J&K and had detailed meetings with all the political parties, important central and state agencies, district authorities, Chief Secretary, DGP, and others. Based on all these inputs and recommendations from the states, state government, home ministry, political parties, other stakeholders, constraint of availability of central forces and other logistics, requirement of security forces for security of candidates in wake of the recent incidents of violence in the recent past, and keeping all other challenges in mind and keeping a totality of views, the Commission has decided at this stage to announce only schedule of the Parliament elections in Jammu Kashmir. The Commission will be regularly and on real-time basis monitoring the situation in Jammu Kashmir and continue to take inputs from all necessary quarters, and decision-taking holding legislative assemblies in Jammu Kashmir will be taken soon. The Commission has also decided for more effective monitoring to appoint 3 special observers for Jammu Kashmir. Shri Noor Mohammed, IAS of 77 batch retired, IAS 77 batch retired. Shri A.S. Gill, IPS 72 batch, who retired as DG CRPF and also served as IG in Jammu Kashmir, in CRPF, in charge of Jammu Kashmir from 95 to 97. Shri Vinod Jutshi, 82 batch, who has served in the Election Commission for almost 6 to 7 years, and I think most of you know him as it is. Shri Noor Mohammed has occupied various positions like Secretary, National Disaster Management Authority, Member Secretary, NCR Planning Board, Chief Electoral Advisor, UNDP Kabul, International Election Commissioner, Afghanistan in the 2005 Parliament elections, Deputy Election Commissioner of India and Chief Electoral Officer, Uttar Pradesh, amongst other assignments. And Shri Gill, as I said, retired as DG CRPF. He remained DGP in Rajasthan, and he also was in Jammu Kashmir as IG CRPF from 95 to 97. Shri Jutsi he retired as Secretary Tourism, Government of India, and he remained in the Election Commission for a little over 7 years. These observers have been contacted by the Commission. They have kindly consented, and a meeting is scheduled by the Commission at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to go over the various modalities with the 3 honorable central observers.
Sir, just one confusion, sir.
Can I just finish? Yes. I'll just take. As far as the Commission has also taken into account the fact that the tenure of legislative assemblies of states of Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal, Odisha and Sikkim will expire on 18th June, 1st June, 11th June and 27th May. I repeat, Andhra 18th June, Arunachal 1st June, Odisha 11th June, Sikkim 27th May. After taking into account all these relevant factors, the Commission has decided to hold elections for these legislative assemblies for these 4 states simultaneously with the general elections to the 17th Lok Sabha. Elections to the different assembly constituencies in these states will follow the same schedule as for the corresponding parliamentary constituencies, that answers your question, of which these are relevant assembly segments. There are 34 casual vacancies, that is by-elections as we call it, in the legislative assemblies of 12 states as on 9th March 2019. The Commission has decided to hold by-elections to these 34 assembly constituencies following the same schedule as per the relevant parliamentary constituencies already read out to all of you. On the occasion of 17th Lok Sabha election, the Commission reassures the nation, all the stakeholders, of its solemn resolve and deep commitment to fulfill its constitutional mandate to conduct free, fair, credible and ethical elections. Commission appeals to the 11 million plus election machinery, directs the 11 million plus election machinery to rededicate themselves to the tasks associated with the conduct of elections as a sacred duty, as they have been doing election after election. Commission appeals to all the stakeholders and in particularly the political parties, the candidates, to uphold the democratic traditions of the nation by maintaining high standards of political discourse and fair play in course of the election campaigns. Commission also sends an appeal to all the voters to reinforce the democratic ethos of the nation by turning up at polling stations and exercise their right to vote in an informed and ethical manner, because the voters are the ultimate sovereigns in the democracy. Now I will take questions.
One clarification.
Arora,
Sir, can I have one
George,
clarification?
Request you, excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's go one by one. I'll
Yeah.
take from the left front
If-
row first.
I'll, before you start, you see, if 7 people raise hands, nobody will be able to listen. Let Shefali ji point out one after the other. And
I'll begin row wise. I'll first begin with first row for the left side.
I am on your right, on your left, front row. I'm George Kalivaril from Deepika Malayalam Daily. So my question is regarding VVPATs. You know, there was huge demand for VVPAT counting from various political parties and candidates. But somehow ECI never allowed or counting of the VVPATs. And now, will you be at least counting VVPATs at least in the half or wherever candidates or political parties demand?
you see, the political parties have given us a memorandum to this effect. I'll not hatch behind the fact that the matter is already pending before the Honorable Supreme Court. Let me just finish, please. I'll take 2 minutes to answer this. The Commission had started counting 1 VVPAT per assembly constituency. And now when the political parties and other stakeholders started raising the issue of counting more VVPATs, the Commission has appointed a high-powered committee of Indian Statistical Institute who are already looking into it. The Commission expects the report to come anytime, certainly before the poll process is over. And the Commission will then discuss the report within the Commission and take a view which will then be kind of mentioned, all of you, by us.
Sir, Suchitra here from News 18 Tamil. Sir, what about the Tamil Nadu by-poll elections? So, will it not be conducted?
Yes, they will be conducted. Along with
Lok Sabha?
all by-polls, I repeat, all by-polls as pending on 9th March shall be conducted with the elections to the...
सर गुजरात में भी बाई पोल है 5 सीटों पे।
आप
When I said
कृपया
all-
मुझे
When I said
serialize
all
करने दें.
by-polls, when I said all by-polls, I mean all by-polls.
सर संतोष
Please hold on. I'll just take it to right side, Santosh.
सर मेरे 2 क्वेश्चंस हैं। एक क्वेश्चन ये है कि
She has asked him that we
जितने
come to you.
वन बाई वन क्या मैं पूछ
He
सकता हूँ
has
सर?
just announced that I have read it 4 or 5 times.
You said in 9th March.
Please
What is the
hold
issue?
on right now.
It's
If
not
you
clarity.
carry on like this, we will not be able to take any questions then.
Sir, Santosh from Lokmat newspaper. Here, sir. Sir, I have two questions. एक सर ये कि पिछले चुनाव में और अभी विधानसभा चुनावों में देखा गया सभी लोगों के पास आजकल मोबाइल है. आपने बाकी फैसिलिटी दी है मतदान केंद्रों पे, लेकिन मोबाइल जमा कराने की फैसिलिटी नहीं है. तो क्या इस बारी होंगी? और दूसरा सवाल है सर कि ये जो साइलेंट पीरियड है 48 आवर्स का, सोशल मीडिया पे उसकी निगरानी कैसे होगी? आप सेंट्रलाइज करेंगे या स्टेट वाइज होगा या डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज होगा?
I'll take you. Sorry. Let me know. मोबाइल का जरा क्वेश्चन रिपीट करिए.
सर, मोबाइल का क्वेश्चन ये था कि अब सभी के पास मोबाइल है, लोग मतदान केंद्रों पे जाते हैं मोबाइल लेकर, लेकिन आपने बाकी सुविधाएं दी है, मोबाइल जमा कराने की सुविधा वहां नहीं होती है, जिससे
We'll try to do something about it.
Thank you. And the second question, the silent
No,
period.
he has asked two questions.
Yeah, the second question is
Second.
about silent period. How you will monitor social media during the silent period?
I have already given you
अलाउ नहीं करेंगे ना, देख नहीं रहे.
detailed narrative.
किसी को अलाउ नहीं कर रहे हैं.
No, one second.
आप
अपने मन से
सवाल
Can you-
पूछ रहे हैं तो जवाब सुनिए, अगर अभी भी ना
Please
बोले
allow me to
प्लीज.
finish this answer first. On the social media, in my main statement, I've already given a detailed narrative. And I also said that certain things are work in motion. In addition, there's another matter going on in the Honorable Bombay High Court, which is listed in the very near future. So keeping all these things in view and through our MCMCs and the undertaking, the quantum of undertaking given by some of the social media platforms by them. One
Sir,
question
this is
already
Swati
started.
Chandrasekhar from TV5.
Hello.
चुनाव नहीं करा रहे, अनंतनाग में उपचुनाव नहीं हुआ. दूसरा सवाल यह है कि हाल के जितने भी लोकसभा चुनाव हुए पिछले 3-4 बार में, उसमें कभी भी उड़ीसा में 4 फेज नहीं रखा गया. तो दो सवाल है कि आप उपचुनाव नहीं करा पाए, लोकसभा चुनाव करा रहे, विधानसभा नहीं जम्मू कश्मीर में, और दूसरा यह कि उड़ीसा में 4 फेज क्यों है?
मैं आपके दोनों प्रश्नों का एक एक करके उत्तर देता हूं. आई रिप्लाई वन बाय वन. About Jammu, about Odisha, as I told you, we have kind of, if you have seen this pattern closely, or if you study it more closely, we have tried to cover left-wing affected areas of various states at one go. That is the pattern. And in that pattern, whichever states fall, because once the left-wing affected states get covered, which require much more force, then those forces can move to other areas. And there is no particular, the timing of elections, as I said, as I read in the very beginning, depends on several factors, in fact a combination of factors, and most important being the availability of central forces, the timing when they are available, and the time taken for their movement from one place to the other and settling down for area domination.
Your follow-up question there. Just to mention the central block follow-up question.
Sorry,
on the same-
your question about Jammu Kashmir. I'm sorry. Jammu Kashmir, one second. That second part is not finished. Jammu Kashmir, we have, even आपने अनंतनाग का specific question पूछा. By the way, अनंतनाग एक पार्लियामेंट्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में, जब मैंने अभी पढ़ के सुनाया, तो केवल एक पार्लियामेंट्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में 3 फेज में इलेक्शन हो रहा है. 3 phases. और जम्मू कश्मीर के पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज भी चाहती हैं चुनाव होना. मैंने तो पहले जब वहां से हम आए थे तब भी हम लोगों ने प्रेस में शेयर किया था. लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम जब पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज ने बात बार बार ये भी कही साथ जब मिलने आए, जो बात हमने ज्यादा नहीं कही कि हमारी सिक्योरिटी का क्या होगा, हमारी सिक्योरिटी का क्या होगा. और आई कैन नॉट रिवील how many people are put with one assembly candidate, but the number is sizable because they have to put people, security people with the candidate, at his residence or at his or her office. And therefore, keeping the totality of things in view, और जम्मू कश्मीर से चूंकि अब forces कुछ rather we got some Naxalite area की इस तरह systematic planning करने से और जम्मू कश्मीर में हमारे हमने 3 ऑब्जर्वर एक स्टेट के लिए इस लेवल के भेज रहे हैं ताकि वो सिचुएशन में कुछ भी परिवर्तन आए आधारभूत सिचुएशन में वो उनकी निगाहों से कमीशन व्यू लेके जम्मू कश्मीर का चुनाव कराएगा।
सर आपके बाइपोल का डेट क्या है?
सर मैं
Sir, Swati Chandrasekhar from TV5. Sir, why 2 phases for Karnataka? Before also there's been only 1 phase for Karnataka, but this time why 2 phases for Karnataka? Here towards your right, the 3rd row. And my second question is, how are we going to curb the publishing of political parties in social media, because it's not only the political parties that's going to publish news or advertisements in social media, it's also going to be from the general public. And my first question is, why 2 phases for Karnataka? Because even before there has been only for 28 constituencies. What is the logic behind this? When for Tamil Nadu it was 39 constituencies in 1 phase, but 28 constituencies of Karnataka for 2 phases.
Sir, please respond.
She asked 3 questions. Okay. आपने 3 याद है।
स्पीच आती है जो फेक अकाउंट्स उसमें होते हैं, उसको लेकर इलेक्शन कमीशन इन लोगों से किस लेवल पर बात करेगा? और दूसरा मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल कि मुस्लिम वोटों के ध्रुवीकरण को लेकर जो राजनीतिक दल बार बार प्रयास करते हैं, उसको लेकर इलेक्शन कमीशन की क्या एक्शन रहेगी? क्योंकि मुस्लिम मतदाता इस देश की बहुत सारी सीटों पर निर्णायक भूमिका में होते हैं। थैंक यू।
अब आपके दोनों क्वेश्चन को मैं कर देता हूँ, एक करके जवाब देता हूँ। कर्नाटका, I can't take 5 questions at once. I'll come to you after this.
Just hold on, please. Let him respond, please.
There is, I've been saying, and I am repeating very humbly but very firmly, that the phasing of elections depends on the movement of availability, transportation, and movement of forces. So there is no design behind holding it in one. For example, in Rajasthan, last time you had 2 phases, although there are only 25 seats, and in 2 phases there are only 5 districts which had 1 phase. This time the state government, the state official machinery, in their meeting, they repeatedly said that in addition to those 5 sensitive districts, 3-4 districts have become more sensitive. So now we have added those. Tomorrow you will say that why last time it was 5 districts and now 5 constituencies and now 12 constituencies. There is no, now on the social media front, if they did not appear before the Parliamentary Standing Committee as reported in the media, it is for the Honorable Standing Committee to take action, not for me to comment, not for the EC to comment.
मेरा सवाल है पोस्टर को लेकर। कल जिस तरह से एक खबर आई कि पोस्टर में सेना के जवानों की तस्वीर इस्तेमाल की जा रही है, उसके बाद एक स्टेटमेंट जारी हुआ। मेरा सवाल ये है कि क्या इस तरह का कोई स्टेटमेंट के बावजूद अगर कोई नेता या फिर कोई जो कैंडिडेट है इस तरह का चीज इस्तेमाल करता है तो उसके खिलाफ क्या कार्रवाई की जाएगी चुनाव आयोग की तरफ से?
1 second please. Now we have combined 5 questions almost. Let me give you answers one by one. Karnataka, I replied to you. Face the part.
सवाल का जवाब नहीं मिला है। मुस्लिम वोटों के ध्रुवीकरण, और मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि स्टैंडिंग कमेटी
5 क्वेश्चन आप लोगों ने पूछे, let me reply one by one. उसके बाद फिर 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 तक जाएगा।
और सर एफबी और गूगल आपकी बात नहीं सुनेगा तो आप क्या करेंगे? मेरा सवाल ये था आपसे।
सॉरी,
यदि एफबी, गूगल, व्हाट्सएप, ट्विटर आपकी बात भी नहीं सुनेंगे तो इलेक्शन कमीशन क्या करेगा? ये विदेशी कंपनियां हैं सर।
उनका सीओ आपकी स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के सामने नहीं आया, आप सम्मन करेंगे और वो नहीं आए तो आप क्या एक्शन लेंगे? ये मेरा सवाल है।
देखिए, लेट्स टेक two things. One is the law at the moment, right? Now, if you please listen to me for 2-3 minutes, I'll reply to each point to the best of my ability, right? One is the law at the moment. This section 126 at the moment doesn't apply to print media. At the moment doesn't apply to social media. That is the law. And for that, a committee was appointed. That committee gave its report 2-3 months back, and they have recommended certain things. I cannot give in that committee they have recommended certain things. They have also used the word other entities, which means social media. That proposal has been sent to the Ministry of Law because it involves amendment in the rules. And we are trying our best if this amendment can come through as soon as possible, because that doesn't have to go to Parliament. It is something within the ministry itself. Am I clear on the legal position? Now the other thing. No, now let me finish this. You already asked, we started with you. Let's finish this.
संजय शर्मा आज तक से
जरा रुक जाइए, उसे कंप्लीट कराइए, come back to you.
I said I am answering 5 questions one by one. Let me finish them. I will not get up till I answer each and every. We will not get up till we answer each and every question.
संजय शर्मा आज तक से सर
ऐसा करिए, आप लोग पहले बातचीत कर लीजिए.
Can sir finish and then we ask the next question, please?
क्या अगला सवाल पूछ सकता हूँ मैं?
नहीं, right now नहीं. Let him first complete first. Can we quieten down? Can listen to what sir has to say before we move on to the next question?
सर, अब तक तो सिर्फ सेना की वर्दियों को लेकर बात हुई. सेना का इस्तेमाल तो चुनाव में होता है, सेना की वर्दियों का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है. लोग सेना की वर्दी पहन के स्टेज पर चुनावी रैली में जा रहे हैं. क्या आचार संहिता में वो चीज अंडर में आती है और आप उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करेंगे?
पहले आप ही के प्रश्न उत्तर दे देते हैं. आज से 2 दिन पहले इवन हमारे फॉर्मर नेवल चीफ ने भी एक पत्र लिखा था जो ऑलरेडी मीडिया के संज्ञान में है. We got it examined legally immediately. We already have a provision which was yesterday night. Most of you should have got it. We have formally reiterated those instructions as a part of MCC to the General Secretaries of all the political parties, national or state. And that instruction is coming into force now from as we are speaking and talking to each other. I will request my team. I was told that yesterday night these instructions were sent to each and every newspaper, but I still request my team to tweet it just now to all of you for your perusal. That is a part of MCC that has been reiterated, and in the covering letter itself it has been mentioned that we will take as strict an action in this as we take for violation of any provision of MCC.
सर एक सवाल,
लेकिन
सर एक सवाल ये है, एक सवाल.
If there is a follow-up question to this, otherwise please just hold on.
Yes, follow-up question decide on social media issue. Sir, decide on social media issue.
Let Arunima finish her question, please.
Sir, on social media issue.
Sir, Arunima from CIT.
सर एक सवाल जैसे बहुत जरूरी सवाल है. सवाल इस हॉल के अंदर का है. सवाल पूछे जा रहे हैं वो हॉल के बाहर के हैं. मेरा सवाल आपसे जुड़ा हुआ है. मैं अभिषेक उपाध्याय हूँ, TV9 भारतवर्ष से. सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन की टाइमिंग पे सवाल उठ रहे हैं कि आप लोग ने संडे के दिन अचानक ये डिक्लेयर कर दिया चुनाव. पहले ये था कि चुनाव घोषित होगा 1 दिन बाद, और तमाम पार्टियां आपसे सवाल कर रही हैं, आपके इंटेंशन पे सवाल कर रही हैं कि आप इसका स्पष्टीकरण देना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन का जो अनाउंसमेंट है इस पर सवाल खड़े हो गए हैं. अच्छा लगेगा कि अगर आप इसका स्पष्टीकरण दें और उनको जवाब दें जो लोकतंत्र के चुनाव
सवाल का जवाब देंगे। अगर आप सारे मीडिया को, आपको सबको आपका संडे आफ्टरनून डिस्टर्ब किया है तो आपके सारे सवालों का जवाब देंगे। थोड़ा सा धैर्य से, शांति से पूछे, अच्छा लगेगा।
सर धीरे-धीरे पूछिए सवाल आराम से। सवाल तो है आप लोगों ने चुनाव जो है आज से घोषित कर दिया है, टाइमिंग पर सवाल उठ रहे हैं।
In the last parliament, for example, last parliament, the life of the parliament was up to 31st May. The life of the parliament was up to 31st May. This time, the life of the parliament is up to 3rd June. So, if the intentions of election commission are to be doubted, and election commission has to count as it should be accounting to the nation for everything, then the life of parliament is first, second, third mode, 3 days. So if fifth has become a kind of a addict for all the times, if you see that way, last 8 elections, 6 elections, the dates have been also different days. Right? But anyway, since 2014 seems to have become today the issue versus 19, so shall I be now saying that last time elections were held in 9 phases and this time we are holding in 7 phases? And 6th, 7th, 8th, any day get accounted for. Right? Initially we had thought that we will do it on Monday, but then we realized that why should we give you a holiday? But then we thought we will do it today, and we have done it today.
Sir, on Kashmir.
Sir,
the Kashmir election that you gave out seems to be talking about 8 seats because 2 in each phase. There are a total of 6 Lok Sabha constituencies, if I'm not mistaken. Can you just clarify?
6.
But the way you read out the schedule seems to be counting in 8 states. Can you just clarify that once more, please? 6, right? Yes. And the second thing that I have to ask you is that there are political leaders from the Valley who are tweeting and asking that even at the peak of terrorism in 90s, assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir were not postponed. Have you not been assured enough forces by the Union Home Ministry? Has that forced you to take this decision? For the first time since the 1990s, elections are not happening. Assembly elections are getting postponed. Thank you.
You see, central forces is definitely a big issue. And you cannot disregard the recent developments. The Commission ultimately doesn't capitulate to anybody and will not capitulate to anybody. But at the same time, Commission cannot be non-cognizant of the situations on the ground. And Commission cannot be non-cognizant of what the Union or the Chief Secretary, for that matter, then you will say that why are we meeting Chief Secretaries of every state? Because we want to review the situation. The Chief Secretary, the DGP, and the opinion of the Union Home Secretary. And the availability of forces is definitely because since 1996 or 97, in our country, in many states now, the central forces requirement, at least it has not decreased in any state. To put it most politely, it has not decreased in any state. How much it used to be and how much it has increased, this is not for me to divulge or discuss. But at the same time, it has not decreased in any state. By going by your logic, the requirement should have gone down or should have remained static. It's not static. And that is why and the very idea of appointing 3 observers of this standing and caliber are to actually monitor the situation on a real-time basis and try and do the elections as soon as the ground situations allow. And last thing I already said once, but I'll repeat it again. On an average, in an assembly constituency, there could be, let's say, 8 to 10 candidates. So even if you take it 8 or 10, multiplied by 86 assembly constituencies, this is the additional quantum required for their protection. By the way, many candidates of the earlier panchayat elections, you can verify yourself, are still staying much after the elections are over to panchayats and local municipal bodies. They are still staying in guest houses and paid for by the state government. Still. much after these elections are over.
Ashwini to the left.
Sir, on your right, sir. This side,
Ashwini
sir.
to the left
Sir,
first.
Sir, this side, sir.
Let Ashwini
Sir, on your right,
finish
sir.
his question
Sir, this side,
first.
sir.
मैं ना
Sir,
मुर्शिद
sir, sir, इधर. Sir, on your right
Sir,
side.
to the left, Ashwini.
Ma'am, ma'am.
This is Arun.
Sir, on your right, this side.
Nothing is audible, by the way. Just hold on.
लोकसभा 2014 के इलेक्शन के बाद कंटिन्यू ईवीएम मशीन को लेकर सवाल उठ रहे हैं, क्या इस बारी भी उठेगा या नहीं?
हेलो 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 हेलो
सर एक सवाल और साथ में है सर इधर सर एक सवाल और साथ में है सर सर
आपको मैं थोड़ा सा अगर आप चूंकि आपने बहुत ही अहम सवाल दोबारा किया है तो उसका आई विल रिप्लाई टू यू इन सम डिटेल इफ यू गिव मी टाइम एंड अटेंशन. EVMs are being used in this country for over 2 decades. 2 decades. अगर आप 2014 भी ले लें, तो you have one result in the parliament. उसके बाद you have elections 3 months later in Delhi. You have X result in parliament and a Y result in Delhi. After that you have these 5 poll-gone states. In between you had elections in Karnataka, Gujarat, parts of Northeast, and you have all kinds of different results. So why have we made EVM some kind of football that if the result is to the liking of X, EVM is okay, as if EVM is voting? Secondly, by the way, the entire process of the EVM, which was initiated much 80s, the entire day-to-day monitoring of the specific technical monitoring of the EVMs is being done by a highly expert technical committee. One second please. Now you have asked a very detailed, very vital question. I have to respond to it. And who are there in this committee? Professor Sahni, who is Professor D.T. Shahni, Professor Emeritus, IIT Delhi. Professor Rajat Mona, Director, IIT Bhilai, former DG CDAC. Professor Dinesh K. Sharma, Professor Emeritus, IIT Mumbai. There's another member now, he's slightly unwell these days. Now this committee, by the way, is functioning since 2010. It has no link with 2014 or 15 or 16, 2010. And Professor Sahni, by the way, was also a member of the earlier committee from 2006 to 10. And these people have done so much research in their own fields. They are authorities. They are the people who are dealing with the, doing the all